So today's video is mainly aimed at the new stackers or those that are considering stacking. So it's easy to look around on YouTube, social medias, etc. and just see all these, giant gold stacks people have accumulated over many, many years and just see it all there in front, a full stack video. Whilst I just love watching full stack videos and, I think they're great. Some people would perhaps use that as motivation, but some perhaps would have the opposite effect. So just today's video, the message really is to remember that everyone's had to start somewhere. People haven't just been born with a giant gold stack and, tons of 1 ounce gold coins or whatever it is they're stacking. Most of us on the stacking channels and YouTube, etc., we've had to start wherever it was that we were at. Some have invested in other areas first, some have perhaps high-paying jobs, some have just regular jobs, normal people that have just committed and got to work saving, and being a bit more frugal, not, wasted loads of money and made some sacrifices along the way. So everyone's in a different position, but, we're all really just trying to look after our future, whether it's, for family members or just if it's you on your own. Everyone's just trying to, do what they can to protect themselves in the future, really, and have a bit of fun along the way. So it's easy, like I say, to see, loads of gold and just think it's far too much, it's beyond you or it's not possible or whatever that might be. So the great thing with gold is that there's loads of it around and there's enough for everybody. Maybe if everybody on the planet, wants to buy 10 ounces, maybe there's not enough, but you know what I mean. Pretty much everybody who's watching, you're probably in a position where there is some gold that's available to you somewhere in the world that's not too far away, You might not have a local coin shop, you might not have a local dealer, but perhaps in your country there is somewhere you can order from, a reputable bullion dealer. So, as I say, there's a lot of people with a lot of gold, and it is easy to, perhaps be demotivated, and think, well, I'm never going to get to that, I know on the table here there's, 12 ounces, maybe 10 ounces, and people are, looking at that and, God, it's like more than I earn in a year, or more than I earn in a month, or whatever that might be. Everyone's got bills to pay, things like that. So just don't worry about, the end goal necessarily, and just worry about the start. So if you're on a journey to get somewhere, maybe you're going to get in the car, maybe you don't have a car, maybe you're going to get on the bus or whatever that is, you can't always see the destination where you're actually aiming for. If I'm going on holiday somewhere, I can't see the airport I'm going to finish at, but I can at least see my own front door and I can make a start, walking towards that. I can get in the car, I can drive to the airport. Again, I can't see it, but I know it's going to be at least getting me closer if I at least set off. So that's the main message today, really. Just make a start with whatever it is you've got, wherever it is you are. So obviously there are probably a few considerations, things that you should do before you start buying gold. If you have perhaps some consumer debt or some, unfixed loans, credit card debts, for example, it would probably be more prudent to be paying those off first before you start accumulating, expensive gold coins. But, maybe if you buy a little bit, it will motivate you to pay off that debt. Who knows? It's not a financial advice video. It's more just to, help give someone that bit of motivation who's thinking about stacking. They've done some research already and they're just not quite sure when to take the leap, and actually buy that first piece. So the thing is, if you think about it as a long-term approach, it's not going to make you rich overnight. You're not going to buy a piece of gold. It's not like a lottery ticket. I really can't see gold, shoot into the moon in a matter of days, weeks, etc. You have plenty of time, take your time to stack and accumulate. But if you are just on the fence, not sure whether to buy some, start with what is a small amount for you. So that might be a 1 gram bar, it might be a 1 ounce coin, it might be a 1/4 ounce, it might be a sovereign, whatever a comfortable amount is for you. You know, if gold seems a bit of a stretch, then maybe buying a little bit of silver is a better option. I personally prefer gold over silver, and I would probably rather buy a 1 gram gold bar, but you know, the premiums on small gold are quite high, but the premiums on silver tend to be higher. So that is for another video really. But if you are just on the fence, you know, wondering whether to get started, whether to buy any, you know, there's no rush, just wait till you are ready. You'll probably never have everything in a situation where it's all perfect. You know, there's always going to be something that comes up to disrupt the best laid plans and all that. But if you're in a position where, yeah, you can, you know, comfortably afford to put some money into a gold coin, whatever that amount is, then this is perhaps the motivation that you need just to give it a try, you know. So whilst it's not financial advice, you know, and obviously gold price will go up, it will go down, it'll hover around, it'll perhaps go down a lot, perhaps go up a lot. And as I say, it's not going to make anyone rich, but just start thinking, you know, start small, start with wherever you are, and just build up from there gradually over time. So don't put all your money into gold, you know, don't put all your money into anything really, I would say. But like I say, once you've decided that gold's for you, and you think, yeah, I'll have a little bit of that, just start small, and over time, you know, you can really start to grow a sizable stack. And the other thing I like about gold is, for some people, it's difficult to save money. You know, something always comes up, you've got the money sat in the bank perhaps, and suddenly your friend says, let's do this, let's do that, and the money's all gone, you know. You see something on an advert, the money's just not there anymore. So by buying some gold, for some people, that would at least have some sort of asset, you know, some sort of, you know, savings. Even if the gold price stayed fairly similar or went down a little bit, at least you'd still have something. So for those who are on the fence, you know, this is just perhaps the little nudge that you need. But, you know, ultimately make your own decision. You know, do your research first. Make sure you are, you know, in a financially secure position before you start speculating on things like gold. But there are definitely worse things to spend your money on, and most of us have probably wasted far more money on various hobbies elsewhere through our lives. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments. We'll talk soon.